Hi everyone, it's me, Cary, and let's react to Bfdia 13, which came out a few hours ago. I helped write the script last month, so I figured I could offer some insight about the episode, but let's get started. So, this is obviously a very grave situation. If you remember from last episode, Flower got crushed by Spongy, so she's comatose on her last life legs or whatever. But this is not actually Ruby, this is probably one of her sisters, Amethyst or something, and you know,
that Flower's on life support.
If you look at the contrast between her reaction and Needle's, clearly one person is sad and the other is like, serves her right. Needle calls it poetic. She has no heart.
Gotta lift Flower's spirits.
But
Either a clap or a flower powered
a clap. See, okay, the joke here was like, what is the most useless thing that Ruby could do that would in no way help Flower? And the idea of a clap helping is so stupid because it's over in a split second. So that's dumb. Also, I love it when people dance with no music and you can hear the squeaking of their feet on the ground. It's so awkward. But this part, that's my favorite joke ever. You know, the life support goes on beep 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 boom boom dun da 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 da. It's you think it's the teapot intro, but it's using the pacemaker heartbeat of Flower in the So Hospital. It's just okay, I'm proud of it, okay? I know you shouldn't explain jokes too much or else they don't become funny anymore, but that's my favorite joke of the episode. So anyway, yeah, Flower can't be the host anymore because Needle just, now that Flower's dead, she just does not care. But okay, yeah, this is Ammo Light, not Ruby.
Totally!
Okay, so the Kikasake is in the lobby concert hall thing, and the bugs are the host because, well, I guess they were chosen.
I wonder what creature killed them.
It's the bugs, Ruby! Don't be an idiot. Okay, well look, all the instruments have been poisoned. There's a gong, there's snare drums, there's these marimbas or glockenspiel or something.
Sounds good. Ruby, let's go to the recovery center.
Oh, Ruby has the upper lip mouth, I can't do it, but it's a fun mouth that doesn't show very often, that kind of shows I wonder what you're saying kind of vibe.
Sure thing.
So they're gonna run. I love Sir Ryan's 3D scenes, and I think that this music is royalty-free music, but somehow we've combined the ideas of the the upbeat music with this highway, which I really like. But also, I mean, the elephant in the room is there's all the 36 sisters, and they're all refracting the light. They all have different material substances. So it's really, that's Pooh, by the way. I'm Pooh's biggest fan. See how Pooh is frowning? That's because she is Pooh. But you know, she's included in the pack. You know, just like Eeyore in Winnie the Pooh. Even though she's sad all the time, her sisters include her. They're the best. But yeah, they made it to Yoyle land, and now, they're all they all combine. Okay, so okay, I guess Needle has fully taken on the persona of Crank Lord. Now here's the thing, Pin has the idea is Pin's body's really small, so it takes less cranking effort to get her body out.
Did it. Saved me some work.
And who do you have to thank for
I guess they're just bragging about how easy it is, and that's
didn't you? Yes.
Yeah, that was so disrespectful. The fact that they don't even acknowledge how tough it is to be Pin. These free smarters need to learn their place. But I don't want to elaborate too much about what's going on with Pin, because I really think the next couple episodes are going to put all the pieces together of Pin's story, you know? Oh my god. Well, okay, that was kind of a dumb one-off joke that didn't, Nickel getting poked. Oh, this is the horrifying sludge. Okay, Ruby just said horrifying sludge, and it just produced horrifying sludge. I wonder if it's Scribble Knots, where if you just type in any word you want, it somehow knows how to produce it. You could type in chair or million gold blocks, gold ingots, and it would just produce it somehow.
Oh, horrifying sludge. She was my best friend as a kid.
She reminds me of some object from The Oatmeal, which is a webcomic by Matthew Inman, because he has this kind of gross out style as well. Yeah, we don't need her. We don't need her.
But should we also recover Yellowface?
Okay, horrifying sludge. I don't even know. Why does that exist?
He was, but he died.
Then let's do it.
Yellowface, come back, Yellowface. Yellow Guy is not his legal name, but his alternate name. You know, if he's trying to hide from the police, he'll go by Yellow Guy.
Left, everybody.
Oh yeah, this was partially inspired by do you know, like, in SpongeBob, there's that thing where, like, everyone, like Squidward runs through this, like, long tunnel of people, like, between their legs, and then they all, like, spank him. This is kind of, like, inspired by that, because it's a chain of people who are always trying to get that guy to move along.
If you get rid of me, say goodbye to all those huge
But honestly, like,
discounts.
I was waiting for this moment, you know? Yellowface got eliminated a long time ago, and he's just been, like, not punished for it in so long. So, this is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Well, look who it is.
Oh no, this is so embarrassing.
Isn't it crazy that there's like 4 out of the 5 people in the WTF right now are male, and Ice Cube is the only eliminated female who made it into the
Don't worry,
WTF?
Yellowface. Being eliminated isn't embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing. No one's gonna laugh. No one's gonna bully you. I think his style's kind of crazy because, like, if you draw someone with their mouth but no eyes, it's a way of, like, indicating that they're kind of emotionless, heartless people. You know, it's like they don't. You can't connect with them. You can't tell what they're feeling. They're just there to torment you. Oh my God! Fiery and Gelatin, like, hugging each other, and they're frowning. It's like you feel so bad for them. Like, they just didn't deserve to be bullied. Oh my God! Pencil?
Dude, laughing at people? Not cool.
She said, haha, that's not cool. Wait, these recommended characters are drowning. Wait, Armless Woody? Oh my God. This episode does feature a lot of sound waves perpetrating or propagating across oceans. Like, usually sound can't travel that far. Ha!
What's that sound?
OMG, that's like Match reacting to Pencil's voice. She must have super, like, hearing.
Oh, I swear I heard, like, Pence's voice.
And I swear you.
Did you notice that, like, when Snowball stepped in, it used the same leg animation that Pencil had in Bfdi 13, when, like, it was like, I popped bubble, and then Pencil's like, you should not be popping people with your finger. It was this episode minus the A. It was Bfdi 13.
And I swear your hair dye stinks.
Rude. Don't do that.
Donut.
Oh my God, eliminated LOLers, these people we haven't seen in so long, and this is before their bodies change style. So it's the old school Gatey who has these, like, horrid brown planks that I drew in, like, 5 seconds.
Out of my face.
Fine. Listen, you guys, we actually competed in BFDIA.
I don't know if Snowball and Donut have ever, like, interacted before, but I guess, like, yeah, Donut technically made it further in BFDIA because he ranked, like, 22nd than Snowball, who didn't even rank,
And
you
all
know?
you hooligans.
Oh my God, all the old school guys. We even have Pink Bracelety and, like, old school Lightning with no limbs and, like, with a white outline. This is so vintage. Oh my gosh, take me back to 2011.
Didn't. The two groups shall not mix.
Then why don't
Ooh.
we draw a region for the BFDIA?
Donut, you know, that's very rude of you. That's very, like, hurtful.
The non-contestant.
Oh yeah, see, what's going on here is Grassy's drawing a line in the soil. And one side is small because there's 5 contestants who made it into BFDIA, and then the other side must have all the non-competitors because there's like 20 or 30 of them.
I like that.
Yeah, she likes that.
Bye.
Yeah, they're gonna leave. They have to compete, so they gotta go.
Pencil, look, Ruby, don't.
Wait, I did think it's like Free Smart is reunited in a sense. Like, why didn't the other Free Smart members, like, acknowledge her?
Take me back.
They're busy competing, Ice Cube. We can't distract them.
But in my head, the reason they don't know her is not because they are busy, but because they've already replaced her with Needle. So I feel like Free Smart has this kind of attitude. It's like, well, if we have our all 3 of our slots filled, we're not going to care about anyone else because you're not a member anymore. I don't know.
Wait, why can't we just... Oh my
Yeah.
college!
There's no
We
walls.
can walk out of the
Duh.
WTF this whole time.
Yeah, okay, Gelatin.
WTF?
Oh yeah, here, you know, BFDI doesn't have any swearing, of course. When Gelatin says WTF, you know, he's not saying what the, you know, he's just reading the words that he sees in front of him, which is Weak Trembling Fortress.
Those months and months of being in prison were agonizing.
Yes, so agonizing.
Yeah, Yellowface, you spent so long in the WTF.
Yellowface, this complaint isn't for you.
Yeah, he
Plus,
was probably
we
there for
have a
like
new
30
Yellowface
seconds.
now, and he's so cute.
No, well, the real reason it's there is I want Fiery to be colorful for as long as possible. Like, look, he looks so much better with color, right? You know, in that glorious orange.
You.
Well, now that we're free.
The thing is, like, Fiery can't be in the WTF when he's on fire because it's wood. So now that he's free, why not make it... Oh, they're in Yoyle City. Oh, Justin looks so happy. Like look at that spring in his step. He's just, like, having the time of his life. And this is the Yoyle Fountain. These fences are really sharp, and they remind me of, like, New York City. I feel like New York City has a lot of these sharp
Yoyle
fences.
Fountain.
I float so easily in
But why is the water like lavender? That's kind of like exquisite. Like I'm getting kind of like vaporwave vibes from this.
Come on, Fiery, join us.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I have a fear of fountains.
Because most of them are water, you
This
know?
fountain doesn't have water. It has Yoyle oil.
I feel like Yoyle oil is like the hardest thing to pronounce for someone who doesn't know BFDI. Because people already mispronounce Yoyle. People are already pronounce Yoyle as like Yoyle, and I have to correct them.
Guess.
Okay, then.
No. Flammable. Oh yeah, these flames in the background, they're like blurred because it's like so, I don't know, it's just so
You're right,
powerful.
This is fun.
Everyone died. I think a big goal of this episode was to
Ooh, a
world
French
build,
bakery.
so that's why there's things like bakeries and like things that make you really feel like Yoyle City is not just some abstract concept, but it's really a place that you could live in. There's all these options, these locations you can explore.
And that baguette thing. My brothers tell me they're huge baguette.
That's a
fans.
total reference to my first ever YouTube camp in September 2012 called Baguette. Battle among gelatins using expertise to take everything. No, that camp will never be finished. Yes, it transitioned into TWOW.
Sure.
And I don't know. YouTube camps, they were fun back then.
Ew, it's so stale.
Oh, sorry. I just put Rocky in your mouth.
Wait.
Here's your cookie. Oh, here's put Rocky.
Stale.
Hold on.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
In my original script for this, I wrote it that gelatin tries to chew on Rocky, but then spits it out because it's too stale. But I think it was reworked so that gelatin actually eats Rocky, which is like the next level up. And then the joke here, of course, is that the bread is even staler than Rocky, which is hard to imagine.
Ew, it's so stale.
Oh, sorry. I just put Rocky.
I just put Rocky in your
Here's
mouth.
cookie.
That's something you don't hear every day. Oh wait, that pose with the mouth.
Ew, it's even more stale.
That pose with the mouth was
Stale.
from
Oh, sorry.
same
I
as
just put Rocky
Bfdia
in your mouth.
6.
Here's your cookie.
This is the same face that Book had when Ruby pushed berries into her mouth in Bfdia 6.
Ew, it's
Even more stale.
Well, duh. This bakery hasn't been in
Okay.
operation.
Ice Cube needs to show some decorum. She is like letting her tongue loose. She's not even using a plate with that cake. You know, it's just
Since
disgusting.
1338.
Oh yeah, 1338 is a number that has appeared before.
100 years old.
Almost 700.
Again.
2 deaths for
a
gelatin and 1 for everyone
Whole
else.
stadium.
Oh, I like this joke.
Come here, Icy. Play yo-yo ball with me. Okay.
Okay, yeah, Rocky just can't do anything. He can't even vomit yet, so
No, you dum-dum. You gotta play with the elusive yo-yo ball.
it's so shiny. I think that like I imagine like we like imagine like a 10-foot or maybe like a 3-foot cast iron actual yo-yo ball in the real world, and it would weigh like 100 pounds because it's solid iron, you know. And those spikes would be so sharp it would like pierce your flesh if you poked it. That would be so fun. Do you guys want that merch? I mean, the shipping would be horrendously expensive because it's 500 pounds, but whatever. Oh, I like this. I like how the camera's so far away, and you get to see some, like, Yoyle City buildings. Oh, Gelatin, catch it, catch it. He was so excited. He's like, jumping up and down to catch it, and I love how it cuts away.
It's up to you, Corny. You
What's
must
happening?
enact the
Revenge I deserve.
Your wish is my command.
Pin's voice switched into the, like, underworld text-to-speech voice.
Follow to my every order. You shall carry my lifeless body across.
Oh, yeah. When I wrote this part of the script, I made it, like, so dramatic, and I'm like, this is overkill for BFDI. Like this is, like, a different type of show.
Goiki Highway. Even if it takes you 27 days and 63 nights.
Ah,
you'll find the
funny
trash
number.
compactors.
But like they're speaking through like telepathy or something. So it's kind of like when like some higher power sends you on a mission and you can't even like describe to other people why or how you were given this mission, but you just
There
know
can
you
a
have to do
portal
it.
Open. When it's time, recite the sacred mantra.
But what is the mantra? Mantra is such a like a spiritual word. It's cool.
Apple, orange, banana.
That's the mantra. Because Ruby used that same mantra to kill Ice Cube in BFDI A10. So, you know, that's the mantra to like sacrifice a
Splendid.
member.
You have transported my soul to the world below.
I know. Okay, this was really dramatic, but I really wanted Pin to say you have transported my soul to the world below. Because it makes a connection that like the trash compactor is the only way to get souls to be transported to that other dimension. You can't just like get crushed by some other means. It has to be with the trash compactor by getting the charades game wrong.
My friend, trudge to
Dig.
the center of the earth.
Dig, dig, dig.
And there is where you shall find me.
The animation for this was partly inspired by Yogscast's Diggy Diggy Hole song. So, you know, search Diggy Diggy Hole and you'll find it. And also, Tarboy, which is an animation by James Lee on Newgrounds in 2008, I believe. So watch both of those and you'll get what I mean. Whoa, the lock is like fancified. It's like three-dimensional with like scuff marks. Oh my god, this is one of my favorite jokes also. So the line was drawn, and all like the huge crowd was shoved on the small side, and the small crowd is on the big side.
Oh, I like whatsicles, you guys. It's dinner time.
They get dinner time? Oh my god, I'm jealous. Honestly, like, you know, I get lazy sometimes. I don't want to cook, so I want a pipe that just serves me dinner.
Harvey, what's on the menu?
Oh my god, old school taco? A horrifying looking taco with like literal dead fish in her.
On the menu.
I can't see anything because bottles in the way.
The ugliest bottle asset ever.
Are those transparent?
Catherine having 2 eggy lines in this episode.
Wow.
So many things are happening.
Really don't.
Honestly, like this episode is just like, let's visit some old friends, but this is actually like before we first visited them, so crazy.
No, bottles filled with brassy and bologna because
They're inside her.
there's no room here.
Stop
Why are they saying glorp? Glorp, glorp, glorp. You guys gotta shut up.
talking, green ones. You're tickling me.
Bottle's asset is just so bad. It was like drawn with a pencil tool, and I didn't even like refine it. I just like drew it once and then let it fly.
Can't we just use
But like back then I did have like 200 recommended characters to draw in like one sitting, so I you know, I just had to make do with the time I had.
Melee to pop balloony for a better view?
Lollipop old school voice, Balloony first death ever.
I nailed it.
Now let's see what's
Yeah, this is Lollipop's old voice back when she said, I guess they judge you by your cover in Bfdia
on
A1.
that menu.
Where the way she said like, on that menu, she's so sassy.
Oh, man.
Or, why are they so mad?
Cake being so wide.
Oh yeah, Margaret also used to have a deep voice, so like everyone is basically the way they were in Bfdia A1.
I'm not wide.
Yeah, Cake's body is like this, like the original big cake.
Hate this.
Okay, there's the bread.
Delicious.
Puffball, I'm your biggest fan. I love your vocoded
Hey,
voice.
you hear anything coming from the peanut gallery?
Oh, you can actually see them chattering through Donut's hole.
Nope.
No, I swear I hear something.
What's it here? Oh, right, this part. So like in BFB 14, Donut's team, I think Team Ice Cube, goes into the inverted planet, and then Donut says, like, I think this used to be called a buried forest deciddually insulated. I heard it in some story long, long ago. This is the long ago.
No way. Is that an inverted planet?
This is the inverted planet.
That term is outdated, metal traveler. The correct term these
It should be like, you know, like ye wary traveler. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
days is buried forest deciduously insulated.
How can Donut hear from miles away? Like, Corny is miles underground.
Fascinating story. Sounds like it came from far away.
Fascinating story.
Did it sound like Pencil's voice? I still think we like gotta go find her.
No, Match, it was not Pencil.
Don't eat while chewing, Match. That's incredibly rude. You spit out your food or swallow it, and then you can speak.
Whoa!
Oh.
Was that you?
Oh yeah, I just thought like Dora eats islands, like that's her only cuisine. So, you know, Dream Island, islands, like something. There's some connection to be made there.
Dora's stomach? She must be
Old school
starving.
saw with the like claymation looking handle.
But there's all this bread to eat.
Deep
allergic to all
deep marker or original pie that's like twice as wide as he is tall. So many, and then like the blueberry marks are like so janky. It's horrendous.
Really? Wait, but aren't all foods not islands? Dora is the weirdest contestant of them all.
Dora was just insulted. Oh yeah, you should have slapped her, because like that was a rude saw, you know. Dora deserves some respect.
Oh my word. Hello.
By the way, this scene right here is like the only time the eligible contestants actually appear in the episode. This whole thing, like this episode's supposed to be like, what are the non-contestants doing right now, you know?
How will we ever get past that?
Well, I refurbished Flower's
We
non-
refurbished Flower's non-slip shoes so hot to make the brand
Golf was like,
super sticky
you better say we, not I want to be part of it.
shoes so hot.
golf ball. That was my project.
Yeah, tennis ball,
You
stand up for
rented out my
yourself.
factory to build it, so I get partial credit.
But Golf was like, I own the means of production. I am the capitalist overlord, so even though you built it with my factory, I'm going to claim ownership of it. Okay, news update. So my computer just flashed white for some reason. I don't really know why. But then I reacted to the remainder of the episode over the next 20 minutes. But then I checked over at OBS and this button said start recording, which means that OBS didn't record any of the second half of my reaction. So that's too bad, but fortunately I still have the first half, and let's re-react to the second half now.
So I get partial credit.
Fine.
Fine. The tennis ball, always like with the begrudging reluctance. But I really want to see how the sticky shoes actually work, because I got some sticky shoes with me right here. Check out these kicks. What are those? No, that meme is like a decade old. I'm not gonna do it.
And they work too.
But yeah, I feel like Bommy is kind of like an unexpected daredevil, because he's the first one to try out this new technology, and then everyone else is just a follower.
I can't do it.
Actually, you can kind of see this is like a spectrum from like daredevil to follower, because Nickel's very much, oh, I can't do it, or like, oh, something bad's gonna happen to me, because very often like bad things do happen to Nickel, like when the fish flakes went down the tube and went into his mouth. So like you can see Bommy's the most daredevilish, Pencil's like 80% daredevilish, and it kind of spectrum from there. Well, Fries has to be there to talk to Nickel, but
Sure you can.
in general, that's the rule of thumb.
Just watch me.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay, and then with this joke with the fries, I really like this joke because it reminds me of a comic I drew when I was a kid, where these children are riding a roller coaster and there's a loop-de-loop, and then obviously it's a big roller coaster, so they barf at the top because of all the G forces, and then the barf like falls down the loop-de-loop, but then they catch it in the barf bag at the bottom, so no one gets dirty. And I feel like that's such a gross thing to happen, but very lucky. And technically possible with gravity.
Nice save.
So
Okay.
Pencil, now that I'm a free smart
Oh,
member,
okay.
what perks do I get? Whoa.
This is Needle. You are such a tryhard. She's trying to be like a full free smart member so hard.
Since when did you become a member?
Since
But like she will literally do everything possible to be a free
I
smart
did
member.
the act of sacrifice last episode.
I don't remember that. But do you remember that?
So the act of sacrifice was when Needle, she like took the bug and used it to poison Coiny. And the thing is, like, Pencil was dead at that point, but so is Book.
I was dead all of last episode.
Yeah, so none of them remember it.
I don't buy it. Call me when you actually do a sacrifice.
But I'm like, okay, Needle, Ruby was there. Why not just ask Ruby to, like, vouch for you? Also, why it's like, if you're trying to, like, appease someone, slapping them is the last thing you want to do.
My collagen! That's the famous Yoyle train station!
Yoyle Transit.
We've got to check it out.
Why do you say, oh my
The
god?
colors here kind of remind me of Vaporwave, like with the kind of bright purple, pink color and the deep blue. A little, not really, actually. I take that back.
It's a protein that makes up animal bones and skin. I'm
Oh,
like
wait, Icy is like cool story bro, or it's like bro is yapping about collagen.
90%
She is not having it.
and proud. Don't forget it.
Oh, wait, don't forget it. Like, oh my god. Okay. Gelatin, you're being a little too
Alright,
cocky.
guys, the station's across the river, so let's cross the bridge.
I saw a TikTok of this very like scene, but it's let's cross the bridge. I saw the fear of heights. And then it cuts to the scream, but then like they replace the screaming sound with some other like meme sound, like the sound of like that like goofy like soundboard. I don't really know what it's called, but like they do that and that's like a meme now. So that's really cool.
I can't deal with this anymore.
I bet that's the exact same scream sound from like Bfdi season 1.
Huh? Where am I?
You're on ground level?
That sounded so confident, Ice Cube. Sometimes you just have to say your lies more confidently. That's what I feel like.
Rocky, you're getting a bit close to me. Can you walk to the ground over there?
Oh, he's drowning. By the way, like with this joke, I think it's funny how violently he pushes Rocky. But the original plan I had was that like, so Fiery thinks that everywhere around him is just a solid field for like miles and miles. So he's just like, oh, we're walking side by side, but let me just gently push Rocky to the side so he can walk like 10 feet away from me. And he just doesn't realize there's a ledge to his death. So, you know, no one become a Fiery hater because of this. You know, Fiery was just trying to make room for both parties.
No! Rocky's gonna drown!
Oh.
If Fiery learns we're still on the bridge, he'll start screaming again.
Good point.
Well, Ice Cube has some messed up priorities, you know?
That's good. Just keep walking.
All right.
I guess Fiery Scream is like the loudest in the whole
But
world,
Gelatin,
though.
you're too close to me too.
Oh, I feel like this, okay, same thing, it wasn't supposed to be a violent push, it was supposed to be like a gentle pull, but also, this is sort of karma, because like Gelatin in Bfdia like 2 or 3 or something was like, there wasn't enough room up here on top of Popple and then push him off, so I feel like, I don't feel sorry for Gelatin, you know? This is comeuppance.
Save me, Ice Cube! Do something! I'm
Oh.
drowning! Hurry!
Oh no, okay, Gelatin, you should learn how to, oh yeah, okay, I was gonna say Gelatin should learn how to drive, but also, not drive, swim, but also,
Oh, you'd understand.
that line goes cold, Ice Cube. You'd understand, as someone is drowning to their death. It's like, she is ice cold. I mean, obviously, like, physically, but also in her, like, personality, she's just like, I can't help, you'd understand. Ugh, it's just no compassion. Okay. Fiery's still okay. Fiery's still blindfolded.
Was painful,
but
lo and behold, this is where the
okay. I really like this background because I always think that like using really dark colors to give a sense of mystery is really like intriguing, and then the fact that these train tunnels you can't see down them, you know, it just makes you curious. Like, where do they lead? Maybe they lead deep underground in some. I don't know. Who knows?
To work.
Wow.
Okay, this is really dumb. This is just because like Ruby mentioned Yoyle toilets a few episodes ago. I know that some people have this theory that this is a reference to Skibbity Fiery. If you want that to be a reference, then I don't know. Sure, that could be a reference. But honestly, like I did this because like everyone when they heard Ruby say like, "Oh, I'm just doing the charades for a Yoyle toilet or something," everyone's like, "What is a Yoyle toilet?" And I wanted to answer that. So that's what this is. Oh. Okay, Bfdia has a long-standing like theme of like really stretchy limbs.
Fiery, you got it wrong. This is Yoyle Ian transportation for you.
Somehow not as thrilling as before I could
that train. This train reminds me of the Shinkansen in Japan, just because like how shiny and like smooth it is. Like, wow, it's high tech.
Which is 2,763 miles away.
Oh, look at Gelatin. He's like bound. Oh, wait, Gelatin. You can't fall. Wait, did you see Gelatin like fell onto the tracks? Look at this. Like literally, you can't go there. It's deadly.
Right. I'll be impressed if it actually takes us that far.
Then let's hop on.
Oh yes, see like this like kind of sloped front of the train is like very Shinkansen-y.
Fuel tank.
Ooh.
Collagen.
Ooh.
Sounds familiar.
Gelatin's second comeuppance in one episode.
That word in my life. Like.
By the way, part of the reason he dies here is because like we were sort of tired of having these chunks out of Gelatin's head. Like it looks kind of like gross. So
what? Collagen? What a weird new word I've never heard of before.
So if we throw him in the fuel tank, you know, he'll get recovered and then he's his full body again. But look at Fiery and Ice Cube's expression. They have like no remorse. There's no like sad, like if they had like eyebrows that look like this, that would make them look very like, oh, I'm so sorry for doing this, but they're not. Oh wow. Okay, first of all, like that tiny amount of collagen, well maybe it's like a whole body, like it makes the train go really fast, so that's like a lot of energy out of like just a pound of gelatin. Oh, wee. And then okay, this is funny to me, like I was just talking about stretchy limbs and this is more of that, like so they reach ahead, like already they have like 3 frames of actual time on the screen. That's like 1/8 of a second. Like that. Wait, gelatin even came out before the crank started spinning. But I guess this is because they just had so little time. Maybe the HPRC just like detected that they had to speed run this recovery. Oh, I hear.
Dig coiny and you shall find me. Dig coiny and you shall find me.
Okay, I went so dramatic with this writing, and also the music is very like somber and like I don't know what the right word is, like deep and like epic in a way.
Dig coiny and you shall find me. When you find the furnace of the mantle too hot to bear, let the heat melt your body into its.
Okay, I had Pin say that just the most like dramatic line ever. It's like when you find the mantle too hot to bear, let it melt you. But I don't know if I mentioned this in the first half of my reaction. This is heavily inspired by Tarboy, which was created by James Lee on Newgrounds, I think around 2008 or so. And I was obsessed with this animation. Actually, I won't show it on Newgrounds because I feel like there's probably a YouTube animation. But James Lee is a really talented animator, and there's a scene where like Tarboy is like kind of the rebel against the capitalistic like corporations, and he's made of tar, but he has like superpowers. So he can like travel through like vats of water. But then they put him in this oven, and I don't want to play too much because of copyright claims, but like this left such an impact on my child brain, just imagining your superhero drowning into oil while these like huge like overlords are just watching over. So I just thought it was cool watching a character melt but then like have a resurgence.
Rawest form.
So I had to do my own version.
You can be my alloy.
But then Finn finishes it off by saying, "You can be my alloy," which is obviously a reference to like when Leafy says, "You can be my ally." Oh, wait, just flash again. But it's still recording. Okay, but that's proof that my computer's like kind of wonky right now. But anyway, this is the first time we've seen Pin with full limbs, full sides, and full face in a long time. But obviously, it's because the trash compactor is the only way to like legally teleport a soul to this other alternate world. Oh, okay, and the coin is liquid. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, like, if you die by any other means in the overworld, you won't get sent here, because only the trash compactors have that sort of spiritual connection.
Nothing is stronger than the power of an alliance.
An alliance, but also, there's something just unnerving about a human face attached to plastic. It's just, plastic is supposed to be like a hard material. Like, it's not supposed to be able to contort like a human face can. So, I'm getting the EBGBs. Also, yeah, I said this in my first reaction, but I think when Pin is like blowing this like cold air over Coney, her eyelids are like lower, like her eyes just have this sassy vibe, like, I'm just gonna bring you back to life, you know? Also, I think like Joseph and I were joking that like the snowflake crystals like barely graze the top of Coney. Like, see, this snowflake barely touches Coney, but that's enough to like make him cold enough to turn from liquid back into solid. So, powerful snowflakes, I guess.
Why are you looking like that?
Ooh, Coiny. You know, first time you're seeing your friend in a long time, and you're judging her appearance, although it is a quite scary, demonic appearance to me.
We have no time.
See, okay, they're saying get out because if you try to make two different universes clash, it's not going to work. You have your 3D world and you have your 2D world, and if 2D bodies exist in a 3D world, it's like, you know, a clash. It's like opening MacBook applications on a Windows computer. You just can't do it.
Overworkers are forbidden here.
Yeah,
we
see,
must escape.
she basically summarized that. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely like the Coney's trek to this other alternate universe kind of reminds me of like Orpheus or the story of Orpheus in Greek mythology. I don't want to go into depth about it. If you're a Greek mythology nerd, you'll know what I'm talking about. But like, you know, it's going very far just for the sake of your friend. But also, Coney is like holding Pin by the tip. Like, he clearly, you know, really wants to help Pin, but also he's never seen her like this. It's like kind of hard to like stomach. But it's like, we're going up through every level of the Earth. We're going through the inverted planet. We're going through like the mantle. We're back on the surface. Oh my god.
Come on, come on.
I know. This scene is crazy. Like, I don't know how to do these sort of glitching effects, so I think for probably Fusion Animations, I don't know who did the glitching effect, but I know that he knows some like Premiere and After Effects like filters. So
Proud of you,
Coiny. We did this together.
this is crazy. Like the fact that she alternates between her original voice and her like demonic voice. You know, I just I can't believe it's happening.
What is going on out there? Oh, chill out, Bagel Brain. He can't be that.
Okay, Pen, you're supposed to be like the strong guy. Like you're supposed to be the one to like rally all the groups together. So like you probably can handle this, right? What? Okay, I think it's just funny. Like Pen like is looking at like this like kind of weird scene for even just a second, and he already just cannot handle it.
Get out of here! Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Wow, like everyone's just like, we have to get out because of Pin looking weird. Like, come on, guys, you gotta chill. Yeah, but like, I also think like just did I calculate the amount of spinning speed they had to do on the crank to get this like 10-ton metal box to lift off the ground? Like, the amount of like air thrust or lift you'd need is ridiculous. So they're cranking super fast. Oh, the glowing. I honestly think that like this scene has been like months in the making, you know, or like 10 years in the making. You know, just imagining Pin losing her face in 2013. You know, Coney and Pin just like need to like be a normal duo for once.
Pin, did it work?
I really hope it worked. Oh no. This is like the saddest shot in like years, and I know that people have like posted images of this on like Twitter and TikTok, and like just like the fact that Courtney's looking away from the camera and like the sun is like gleaming in, but like Pin is back to her like tiny self. Like, it's hard to not feel like, oh my god, they put in so much effort that like you just hope that something more happens. But I promise, like, every story arc needs hardship before resolution. Like, that's all I can say. Like the story is not over yet, obviously. But I mean, like the fade to black after like no dialogue, that's just like brutal. Okay, anyway.
You know, Evil Leafy, you really wreaked havoc on my concert
Back
last
to Pan Flute.
You're in timeout until you reflect on your actions.
I'm such a Pan Flute fan because Kevin MacLeod voices him, but also like the and the fact I got Kevin to say Evil Leafy twice, I just feel like that's so funny. But who puts Evil Leafy in timeout? She's like the most powerful being in the universe, and some random musical instrument here has the gall to be like timeout. Like, oh my god. Oh, that was a sick transition. Like, oh my god, like the train whooshing by.
Made it to the museum.
Well, I guess I'm impressed. I guess.
I feel like we've seen this science museum before, like in IDFB or something. Fiery's very well, not anti-science, but he's just not very intellectual, you know? Like Ice Cube, Gelatin, like they're kind of into like learning more about how the scientific world works. But Fiery, why are you doing that? Like these are super valuable. These are things that like Yoylians have been inventing for like thousands of years. Like you can't be just destroying it.
Shouldn't break those. They're the most advanced Yoyle technology ever invented.
We're gonna get
Well,
caught.
Ice Cube is the level-headed person
Not if I
here.
replace it. No one will ever know.
Oh yeah, I guess the joke here is that like the cookie was obviously there in IDFB, but like that's not a scientific invention. So, you know, it turns out that it never was a scientific invention. It was Fiery's mishaps all along. Now on the second floor.
Enhancement.
Ooh, Ice Cube, you pronounce it wrong. It's not L-Yoizer. It's one syllable. Lyoizer, okay? It goes like this. Wait, hold on. I can make this look really cool. It is pronounced Lyoizer. 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 You just gotta say it fast in order to make sure it's two syllables. Because L-Yoizer makes it sound like it's an L, but it's a true W, right? Okay, Lyoizer.
Ooh, what a cool ride.
That is not a ride.
And why would there be so many colorful buttons?
Yeah, this was like half inspired by like that SpongeBob scene where like Patrick is trying to like insert a coin and it's on that like seahorse ride. Like obviously Patrick doesn't know what he's doing. Fiery and Gelatin don't know what they're doing either.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Now where do I?
But there's literally a slot there. Like Gelatin just must have like 0 brain cells if he doesn't know he's supposed to insert it in there.
Yoyle tech, just 7 wherever.
No, Fiery, no.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's shaking. That reminds me of the whoa, whoa, whoa sound effect. Oh yeah, I know. I love the fact that this is an enhancement laser because I have been sick and tired of this god-awful tree asset that has like it's drawn with a brush tool. It has like 10 curves, and you can't even make any individual leaves. There's no roots. I mean, I think, you know, either Mike or I drew it like when we were 12, so like I forgive our child selves, but we need more detail on our trees. Like this tree goes hard. This tree like is just a beauty, marvelous. Oh my God, super shop. Okay, so let's leave. What are they selling? So here we had no idea what the building was selling. It's just like a out of order super shop. So like obviously they didn't even have any products, but they have the Bfdia dodeca screen. They have the bubble transformer. They have the mini fridge of Doom, which is inspired by the webcomic questionable content, and an onion. Oh my God, and Leafy's onion. So clearly a lot of references. Okay, there's a sports car, pretty cool. Oh, and then the recommended characters. Okay, this was really fun because like the artists on the Bfdia team got to draw each recommended character twice. So imagine this Pop Heart by Spelly. Look, this is like a cave drawing that maybe takes like 5 minutes or like maybe 1 minute. And then here's the revamped Pop-Tart that maybe took like, you know, 10, 30, an hour, no, probably like 10 minutes or 20 minutes. I don't know. Oh, look, like Blevin, this cube is like kind of boring looking, but then like in the updated version, he looks so proud. Like the angle from below, it's like he's like leaping into the sky. Wow, so like just look at every before and after. Like an atomic chili pepper, kind of angry, but like a low tier version of angry. Now super angry, like every expression gets magnified. Like pink frosted donut, kind of angry, super angry. Like just think about this. This is so cool. Well, it's not that cool, but you know, I just think it's cool that every recommended character gets drawn twice.
Whoa, this thing is awesome. What else
Well, Gelatin, you're a little too powerful. Like, let's dial it back.
should I shoot?
What about that ugly-looking thing in the sky?
I feel like at some point Fiery must have seen the Locker of Losers before. But also, here's a cool like animation tip. If you want to make something look like it's being washed out by like a really blazing hot sun, like here, just tint it a really solid gray. Like make it very gray tinted, because that's sort of what happens when a camera tries to capture both bright sunlight and something that's like dimmer. The dimmer thing will end up looking just washed out and gray.
On it.
Ooh. Ooh, well, we know what this laser does to other things.
Gross.
Pen, you've done a lot of screaming this episode. Maybe you need to dial it back too. But
We got it done!
oh yeah, wait, this kind of the angle is like a very Michael-y angle. You know, like the camera with the intense backlighting. Like look on the edges of these characters. They're being lit by this window in the back.
Out of the way! I'll steer us out of here!
Ooh, it's widescreen. That means that Snowball knows what he's doing, doesn't he? Snowball, lead us to victory! Oh, not good. But honestly, okay, this is like my favorite scene in the whole episode. Like, this explains why all the characters changed assets from the end of BFDIA to the start of IDFB. Well, what does Taco say here? Does he say...
Good job.
Oh, she says, good job. Well, also, seeing Taco look like this is crazy. Like, the dead fish and then, like, the rancid tortilla look.
Stop.
It's time for a makeover! Makeover! Oh, yeah, they all look different. Also, like, yeah. Balloony was in his bursted form, like, before. You can see, like this plastic on the ground. That's, like, dead Balloony. And Fanny's dead, too. But now they're back!
My elastic! I'm alive!
Seeing these assets with, like the new assets with, like, the BFDI assets is, like, a crazy look. Because usually you see them with the BFB style.
Fanny, you have legs!
I hate legs.
And Gaty's less hideous!
Oh, yeah, I like how we see Gaty brown, but then, like, there's periwinkle paint. So this is, like, adds to the lore. Saw is canonically the one who painted Gaty to be periwinkle.
And no way! Dora! You look so different!
That's, like, my favorite joke. Like, the fact it's, like, so slow, like, you can feel the build-up. Dora, you look... Pause, pause, pause. So different. It's like, we knew that was coming. Oh.
Thank you for calling Blazing Fast Delivery of Islands.
I was thinking, like, that when Dora orders, like, islands online, it's like, you know, when you order Domino's Pizza online, it's like, it arrives for, like... Or I think Domino's Pizza led the way for online delivery. So... Wait, I'm just making my webcam bigger. Like... I'm not saying what kind of time period BFDI exists in, but clearly they have online delivery, so we're at least post-1970s? I don't know. Well, it's a different universe entirely, so you can't compare one to one.
You like to order?
Ooh, I want my own island. One island with, like, extra magic factories, please.
And one with rainbows and sparkles.
How's like one restaurant able to, like, fulfill these orders? Like, the restaurant has to make an entire matchstick factory just to appease one order that might earn them what, like $20? Like, how are they staying in business?
You guys are annoying the poor guy with the strangest requests.
Facts.
Anyway, I like my island
Facts.
with lots of blood.
Sure can.
Not facts.
And what would you like your fifth island to have?
Well, Donut's blood is cherry filling.
Speak if you want fire, and don't speak if you want water. Understood.
I think it's, like, funny that, like, the telephone guy didn't even know that he was talking to Teardrop, but already accommodated her lack of speaking. Like, honestly, very thoughtful phone guy. Not that phone guy. We're talking about BFDI phone guy.
Can I add to the order?
Ooh.
Oh,
Actually, I really like this shot because it shows, like, every character in the LOL at once, and the fact that, like more, like 3/4 of them have to stay on this tiny side of the line.
Sorry, but you're just, like, so far away.
Match, you can just hand the phone to her.
Can you just hand the phone over?
Too late.
Called it.
Rocky, those lasers are dangerous. Be careful not to jump.
Whenever someone in a cartoon says, "Be careful not to do X," you can be sure that that character will do X in the near future. Ooh, ooh.
Buddy doesn't look any different.
By the way, Safari says, but he doesn't look any different. But it sounds like he's saying buddy, like the word buddy. Buddy doesn't look any different. And I think it's kind of, like, funny, like, that's almost like the pronoun for Rocky is, like, buddy, because, you know how people say, like, oh, bro is late for class, and it's like, oh, bro's late for class. Like, people use the word bro in substitute for he. But then you can also use the word buddy, like, oh, you know, buddy slept in, or, like, buddy ate all the pizza.
Getting different.
But then, look here. It's like, buddy.
Buddy doesn't look any different.
It's like, oh, bro doesn't look any different. Buddy doesn't look any different. You know, it's kind of cool. But no, he is saying, but he doesn't look any different. But I also think that, like, Rocky needed to get his vomit back. Because, like, when Rocky's vomit got removed at the end of season 1, it's kind of like that's his iconic trait. And, like, I just felt like it's a shame that he never got, like, the prize to win the vomit back. So, like, this was, like, our best opportunity to make it happen. Because without the vomit, Rocky's just, like, taking up space. With vomit, he's iconic.
Yeah, he's different, all right.
Maybe we should dial the chaos back a bit.
Yeah.
I agree.
Let's remember Gelatin and call it a day.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as Ice Cube says, let's dial it back a bit, like, the episode switches tone into, like, not finale mode, more like calm down mode. Because, you know, you hear Gymnopady, see the song's called Gymnopady 1, playing in the background. Also, maybe my webcam's too big. Do you hear that? The dun 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 dun. It's so calming. Like, I first heard Gymnopady in, like, middle school, and I think I played it on the piano at some point. But it's like the chords are a little bit, like, Like, there's a lot of major 7th chords, so it feels very dreamy. You know, it's a little avant-garde. And then this shot. This shot is so beautiful. Like, again, the sun gleaming in from the side, but also, like, these leaves that are, like, blowing off one by one. Yeah, like they're literally, like, coming... You can see new leaves coming from, like, underneath this, like, leaf clump. And like, I don't know, like, this tree just has so much detail. And also, okay, at this shot, Fiery's eyes kind of, like, jitter a little bit back and forth. And I think science has shown that when you're, like, paying attention to something, your eyes, like, kind of jitter back and forth a little. Look, jitter, jitter, jitter. Like, he's deep in thought about something.
Fiery, what's the holdup?
Coming.
I feel like the end of every, like, 2000s coming-of-age teenage movie for, like, the end of the school year involves, like, a friend group, like, running off the school grounds to celebrate the, like, summer vacation, and then one kid is, like, staying behind and, like, kind of, like, reminiscing by looking at all the old classrooms and saying goodbye to the teachers one last time, and maybe, like, standing kind of, like, silently as they, like, look at the school grounds for one last time as they, like, graduate to, like, high school or college or whatever. And then, like, a friend off screen will just say, like, hey Johnny, like, what's the holdup? Like, aren't you coming to our first, like, football game of the summer? And then they're like, oh yeah, coming. And then, like, they have to break free from their sentimentality. That's what this feels like, you know? Inspired by 2000s coming-of-age movies, I guess. Okay, and then we have the LOL again. The cranking sound to me is so humorous, like the way it sounds like a tiny dinky little, like, kid's toy, like the I can't really make the sound, but it just reminds me of a kid's toy. But it's like lifting this, like, 10-ton
makes
thing.
me tired.
Yeah, that blitzing pin thing is gone. Can't we go down now?
Yeah, Bracelet is only line in this episode as her old self. Can we go down now?
No, your new task is to fly the LOL to my friend Pence.
Max is obsessed with
I don't
Pence.
want to do that. And aren't your islands here?
I don't
That's
like
Claw.
listen to people who live on that side of the line. Okay.
Wow, Max is, like, so judgmental. She's like, you live on that side of the line, so I'm not gonna listen to you. But also, like, this truck carrying the things by, like, by ropes was inspired by... Have you ever heard of the animation Double King by Felix Colgrave? He's an animator who has, like, this kind of, like, alien-esque, like, I don't know what you call it, like, unsettling animal animation style. Like, there's all these animals that don't look like they live on Earth. Like, this fish thing. It's kind of, like, a little unsettling because there's, like, a bit of violence. But there's one part of this video where it zooms out from the whole island and it's being pulled by, like, a couple elephants. And it's like a planet. It's like a whole planet that's, like, pulled by elephants. So the reason I bring that up is because, like, the idea of, like, something tiny pulling something huge with a rope, you know, it doesn't make sense. But it was inspired by Double King. It's in here too, and, like, these islands probably weigh, like, trillions of tons. Well, maybe not trillions, maybe, like, a couple thousand tons.
Hey, but our islands actually are here.
I don't listen to people who live on this side of
Yeah, and I don't want to spoil whose island is whose, but, like, in the comments, try to guess whose island is this one, whose island is this one, whose island is this one, and this one.
the line.
Because we know the 5 people who bought them, right? Yeah, in nighttime scenes, Fiery has this, like, lovely, satisfying glow to him.
Well, that was fun. Let's go home now.
And also, like, okay, I think this must be TT Guy's animation because, like, I just love the bounciness of it. Like, a simple thing like Ice Cube saying, yeah, which is, like, a 14-year-old line. Like, look how jiggly she is when she says it.
No.
Like, yeah! She's, like, building up the yeah. Like, you can just feel, like, the energy bursting forth as she jiggles.
Let's go home now.
Like, oh my god, the yeah! And then, like, when he's... Like, oh, it's so cute how he's, like, holding the armless contestants in his arms and, like, you know, arms around their shoulders even though they don't have shoulders. And he's, like, bouncing. Like, see the bouncing? Like it's up, down, up, down. It's so, like high energy. But, of course, the most dramatic scene of the episode. No, we haven't seen this character in so long. No way, no way, no way! Oh my god, her eyes are closed though, and you know what that means, right? That means she can't see who's recovering her. But I think that makes sense though, because, like, every time, I think every one of us who has been born, we remember. We didn't have our eyes open when we came out of that womb, you know? Like, you can't open your eyes until, like, a few seconds later.
Huh?
See, now she opens her eyes, but
Who?
by this point, you know, he's already run away. Oh my god, and you know, even though it's a random act of kindness, you know, Leafy's still alone. Like, I feel like this is a repeated thing. Even from the end of BFDI A1, which is the beginning of the season, Leafy was alone in Yoyle Land. And, like, despite all the struggles that everyone has been through, she still finds herself alone in Yoyle Land. But, you know, I feel like it makes sense for Fire to run away because Gelatin, Ice Cube, and Rocky are not expecting him to do this because Gelatin definitely doesn't like Leafy. He killed her. And they expect him to just follow them to the WTF. So he can't be seen doing stuff like this. Yeah. Wow. Oh my god. These shots are just like so long. Oh wait, this is called a match cut, where you have one character's, or like you have the shape of some object and then it cuts, but like before and after the cut, like the pixels that show the perimeter are exactly the same. Like look at the shape of Leafy, it matches exactly. No change at all with the camera. Who? But yeah, like Leafy only had like 3 lines, wha, who, huh, or something like that. But like still, one of those lines somehow crossed the ocean to like the concert. Like somehow these characters have like insane hearing. Like how did Evil Leafy hear Leafy from 2,763 miles away? But yeah, she's free. Oh my god, Evil Leafy, please spare us, you know? I think that like part of my theory about what's going on, and this is not confirmed, is maybe that like Evil Leafy, you know, wants to be the most powerful leaf on Earth because she is so powerful as it is. And for a lot of BFDIA, she was able to terrorize people without Leafy being in existence. But now that Leafy's back, it's like there's some competition going on. Like, is there really just one true leaf? Who knows? Oh my god, the second credits, that goes hard. The fact that like Michael's name shows up all alone voicing just Leafy. Like, we already saw the credits, but this is like credits take 2. Wow, there's like so many things where it's like, I can't believe they wouldn't show that, and then they show that. Yeah. Wow, okay, so that's the episode. Oh my god, I finished the reaction, and it is still recording this time because it says stop recording there, but I won't click that yet because I just want to say that like this is one of my favorite episodes to make just because it helps tie up a lot of like loose threads, or just like this was more story based, it was not competition based. And I was worried that like people wouldn't like it because there is no competition or elimination. That's what BFDIA 14 will have. But it seems to me that people really like this episode. Like one part is that, you know, Leafy in BFB 15 says like, oh, you know, don't you remember when you recovered me all those years ago? Or like, why are you still like this? Or I forget what she says exactly. But this like will show that it did happen and that like the timeline makes sense. I mean, you know, BFDIA exists for the fun of it. Like I want to just have a whimsical season, but it's also nice to kind of like show the things that characters would later reference. But yeah. Also, like, you know, why the characters' bodies change. And, well, also, I think the main vibe of this episode, which is, well, look who it is world building. Because I wanted to show more of Yoyle City. I wanted to give the viewers the idea that, like, you could imagine yourself, like, living in the city. Maybe, like, on the weekends you take a break to the Yoyle Fountain. Wait, let me see the Yoyle Fountain. Ooh. Like stuff like this. It's like, oh, I can imagine walking by this on my way to work, or I can imagine like watching football games in the Yoyle football stadium, or like especially the train station. You know, all these things are just there to make you feel like you could imagine living in this world. Here's a train station. You know, a toilet emporium. Yeah, everyone. Every city must have a toilet emporium too. Oh yeah, and the toilet like. The Yoyle station has the Yoyle berry as its icon. Like I imagine like every city that the train goes to, the station will have an icon that represents that city. So maybe for Goiki, it would be like a blade of grass because Goiki is known for its bright green grass. I think that could be like a very satisfying graphic design idea. But anyway, thank you for watching. I know that like there are a lot of comments like Ron's are saying at 18 seconds Fire referencing the teapot intro when it hasn't even started yet has got to be the funniest, has got to be the best fourth wall break ever. I'm glad you like it. Obviously, like I like fourth wall breaks. One of my favorite shows growing up was watching Chowder, which has a ton of fourth wall breaks, especially the iconic like no animation budget joke. Like yeah, that was really good. Dun 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 dun. Yeah. That was just a joke that I didn't think that we had the right to do because it's so like dark and like evil, you know, like Flower's dying and we're turning that into an intro. But yeah, let's see. Like, there's another comment. Liliana Official also said that 20 seconds. The heart monitor almost starting the teapot intro is so funny, dog. Oh my god, thank you. Like, I just knew that like, I feel like that's a joke that I wouldn't want to like show my parents because like. It's a heart rate monitor. Not Pooh being... Oh, yeah, Pooh is right there. Pooh, I'm your biggest fan. Oh, yeah, she's frowning, though, because she's in the back. But yeah, like... Kid in Black 23 says, stop, this part made me cry. The tree reminds him of Leafy, that's so cute. I have to say that when I was watching, like, or looking at feedback on this episode after the fact, this shot right here was the one I saw the most. Like, I saw people painting this with, like, watercolor. I saw people drawing this in other styles, like an 8-bit style or like a, I don't know, yeah, like different styles. And I just thought, like, wow, I didn't really expect this to resonate with so many people. But there's just something about, like, seeing a character facing away from the camera, looking at something sentimentally is just really powerful. The Real Ghosty Press says, this episode was so unhinged. Oh my god, I love it. I watched it with a friend and we were wheezing at literally the first 3 seconds being Flower in the hospital. Yeah. Oh, Bob AXZ says, wrong season, bro. That actually almost made me giggle. And it's been a day. Why are there 1,500 likes? Well, now there's 1,601 likes. Yeah, so obviously this episode is like a whiplash between like these like really ridiculous, the ones and then these excited ones. Anyway, Bfdia A14, you know, it's already been done. It's been shown to theaters. We saw it in Los Angeles, you know, with like hundreds of people in the audience. It was so fun. You guys like cheered at the right moments. Also, there's some moments I didn't expect cheers, but like you guys cheered anyway, so that's so fun. It's a long episode. I don't want to spoil anything about it, but it's Wednesday, July 24th. So in like 3 days, I'm going to see a lot of you in Chicago, and then a week after that, I will see a lot of you in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, which will finish off the tour. And then like a few days or maybe a week after that, Bfdia A14 will debut on YouTube, and that will wrap up the meetup arc. So Teapot 11, Teapot 12, Bfdia A13, and Bfdia A14 are the 4 episodes that kind of center around meetup season. And this is going to wrap it up, Bfdia A14. But yeah, thank you for watching this episode. I'm going to edit the 2 reaction episodes together, and my flight to Chicago is leaving in 2.5 hours, so I should leave soon. But also, it'll be my first time in Illinois, so oh my god, I gotta check off another state off of my like list. I want to visit all 50 states at some point. I have been to the Chicago airport, but for a layover, so that doesn't count. But thank you for watching. You know, 2 episodes within a 3-day period was crazy to see on the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll just shout out one more comment because, like, I want to just make some fans happy that they are being mentioned. Skateboard.1 says, 1514, you guys are annoying the poor guy with strange requests. Anyway, I'd like my island with lots of blood. That's Donut's line, right?
You guys are annoying the poor guy with the strangest requests. Anyway, I'd like my island with lots of blood.
I love Donut's delivery. Like, his eyes are, like, blank here, as if he has no self-awareness about what he just said. Like, duh. But anyway, thank you for watching this reaction video. I will see you later. Bye!